Today I will be discussing types of budgets. So under government budget we have three types: balanced budget, surplus budget and deficit budget. First, balanced budget. Balanced budget means when estimated total receipts are equal to estimated total expenditure. It means the expenditure incurred by the government and the estimated receipts during the fiscal year, if these two are equal to each other, then it means it is a balanced budget. Surplus budget, when estimated government receipts are more than estimated government expenditure. Third, deficit budget. It means when estimated receipts are less than estimated government expenditure during a fiscal year. So, budget deficit can be of three types: revenue deficit, fiscal deficit and primary deficit. These three deficits are very important. You may get any 3-mark question from this or 1-mark question like define revenue deficit, formula of primary deficit, etc. So let's discuss these three deficits in detail. First is revenue deficit. So revenue deficit means when we are considering only revenue nature, we are taking only revenue expenditure and revenue receipts. So when revenue expenditure is more than revenue receipt, that is known as revenue deficit. Or we can write revenue deficit is the difference between revenue expenditure and revenue receipt. So the formula to calculate revenue deficit. Next, implications. So these deficits indicates the inability of the government to meet its regular expenditure because revenue receipts are less than revenue expenditure. Second, here government is this saving, means government is using their previous savings or they are using the savings of other sectors of the economy to meet the expenditure. Next, government has to use capital receipts. If government has a revenue deficit, then in that case government will utilize capital receipts, that is borrowings or disinvestment. It means in this case government will either take loan or he will sell his shares of public sector. Next is use of capital receipt for extra revenue expenditure. So we are using capital receipts to meet our extra revenue expenditure. So it leads to an inflationary situation in the economy. Next, revenue deficits also gives a warning signal to government either to curtail expenditure or to increase receipts. So next is how we can control revenue deficits. Let's see measures to control revenue deficit. There are only two ways we can reduce or control our revenue deficits. So these revenue deficits are based on revenue expenditure and revenue receipt. Here we have more expenditure than the receipt. So how we can control? Either we can reduce revenue expenditure like unproductive or unnecessary expenditure we can curtail, or we can increase the revenue receipts. So we have two ways: reduce expenditure, unnecessary expenditure, and second, increase receipt. How we can increase receipt? There are two sources, tax and non-tax revenues. So government can increase these receipts to control revenue deficits. Clear? Next is fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit means total deficit. So it is a difference between total expenditure and total receipt excluding borrowings. Because when we will take total expenditure, that is revenue and capital expenditure, and we will take total receipt, that is revenue and capital receipt. So when you will take the difference, so the deficit, it means the expenditure which is excess of total receipt is known as fiscal deficit. But here we are excluding borrowings. So borrowing shows that this much expense are more than total receipt. So for that government will borrow money. So after borrowing money, total receipts and total expenditure will be equal. So before borrowing we will take the difference between these two. So it is known as fiscal deficit. Or we can say that when total expenditure is more than total receipt excluding borrowings. So next is implication of fiscal deficit. First, debt trap. So fiscal deficit indicates the total borrowing requirements of the government. So borrowing not only involves the repayment of principal amount, but also it involves payment of interest. So interest payment automatically increase the revenue expenditure, again which leads to revenue deficit. So it creates a vicious circle of fiscal deficit and revenue deficit, and for this government will take again loan to repay the previous loan. So in this way country will be in a debt trap. Clear? Second is inflation. So government mainly borrow from RBI to meet its fiscal deficit. RBI will help the government by issuing new currency to meet the deficit requirements. It is also known as deficit financing. So it increases the money supply in the economy, which creates the inflationary pressure. Next, foreign dependence. When government will borrow money from the rest of the world, it automatically raises the dependence on other countries. Next, fourth, hampers the future growth. So borrowing increase the financial burden for the future generation, because in future we need to repay these borrowings. So it adversely affects the future growth and development of the country. Now, if total expenditures are more than the total receipts, then in that case we need finance, we need money to cover our fiscal deficit. Now the question is, how we can finance fiscal deficit? Case we have only two options. One is borrowing and second is deficit financing. So borrowing means when government will borrow money from internal and external sources. Internal sources like from public, commercial bank, and external sources like from foreign government, international organizations, etc. Now second is deficit financing. Deficit financing means printing of new currency. So whenever there is fiscal deficit, government may borrow money from RBI to meet its expenditure. RBI will issue new currency for this purpose, and this process is known as deficit financing. Clear? But from these two sources, borrowing is better source because it will not create the inflationary pressure in the country. But due to deficit financing, there is inflationary pressure in the country because money supply will increase in the economy. Clear? Now, you may also get the question difference between fiscal deficit and revenue deficit. First you will write the meaning, second you will write the formula, and third you can write the indicator. Fiscal deficit, it measures the total borrowing requirements of the government, and revenue deficit, it indicates the inability of the government to meet its regular expenditure. Clear? Now next is primary deficit. First of all, meaning primary deficit is a difference between fiscal deficit and interest payment. It means primary deficit means if we will exclude the interest payment, so if we are paying on the previous borrowings, so if we will exclude this expenditure, this revenue expenditure from the total deficit, that is fiscal deficit, then we are able to know that how much deficits, actual deficits are there to meet the expenditure. It indicates government borrowings to meet expenditure other than interest payments. So next is implications. So it indicates government borrowing to meet expenditure other than the interest payment. And second, zero and low primary deficit shows that only because of interest payment government is borrowing money from the internal or external sources. So interest payment has forced the government to borrow. Clear? Next, there are two important questions. One already have discussed, that difference between revenue and fiscal deficit. Second is difference between primary and fiscal deficit. So primary and fiscal deficit, again first you will write the meaning, second you can write the formula, and third is indicator. So fiscal deficit indicates the total borrowing requirements of the government including interest payment, and primary deficit, it indicates total borrowing requirement of the government excluding interest. Clear? Learn this topic. There is maximum chance that you will get one question from this topic, and you can do the numericals also with the help of these formulas. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.